Rankin Jordan Pediatric Bridge Hospital transitions medically complex children from tertiary care facilities to home. We care for children from 3 or 4 days of age up through 21 who suffer from medical complexities, including brain injury, spinal cord injury, burn, and the effects of prematurity. Tracy McMahan and his family had given up hope, but Rankin Jordan helped them get back on the road to recovery, and now they're safely home.
Traffic was backed up today for several hours after a two-vehicle accident in Camden County. The sheriff's office there confirmed one person will die in that crash. The accident happened around 2 o'clock this afternoon.
And by then she was in tears, saying that Patrick did not survive and that Tracy was being airlifted.
For about 4 hours as crews worked to clear the scene. The Highway Patrol's crash team assisted in investigating that accident. We do not yet know the names of those involved in the crash.
It was the scariest thing I've ever been through in my life. The only thing I could do was just sit there and hold his hand and pray. I didn't tell him about his dad for the first few weeks until I made sure from the doctors that he was ready to know about his dad.
He tried to turn the car at the last second, so it hit his side a lot worse, and the car rolled over 3 times, and he was killed instantly. I don't remember any part of the accident because, my body went into shock.
There's only about maybe, about 4 or 5 inches of that plastic bag left holding skin together.
The other thing that they found was the first part of his intestine had a hematoma.
What he is still at risk for is the skin ripping apart and still opening.
So Tracy broke his back, injured his spinal cord, tore his aorta, which most people don't survive, and he ripped up his intestinal tract in a way that required multiple surgeries just to get the parts back together.
At first they said I was going to be paralyzed from the waist down.
Luckily, we had met Dr. Evra, and he offered, for Tracy to come here. Otherwise, Tracy would have been going home, and he knew that Tracy was not ready to go home yet.
If Dr. Evra didn't see him and tell us about this place, where would he be? He would go home, and he wouldn't be walking.
When he came to Rankin Jordan, I noticed right away there was a lot of healing to do emotionally also. Having spent 4 months in the hospital with all of his serious injuries, both Tracy and his mother seemed to have very limited hope.
Once the therapist started working with him at Rankin Jordan, especially Pam, I would come visit him on days when he was working with Pam, and she was really good about pushing him.
Focus on one step at a time. Look at your feet and get me every step. Squeeze. Get tall. Come on. You can do it.
They made a point to let Tracy know, look, we're gonna work real hard. We're gonna do everything we can for your recovery, but you gotta have as much, if not more, commitment to this thing than we have.
Almost there. Keep going. Come on, the last ones are the best ones. Go, squeeze.
I've gotten a lot stronger, and I've gotten more movement in my legs. I've started learning to walk again.
Come on, finish strong. Get tall. Come on, you can do it.
The focus is getting him out and getting him to learn his care and get back to life and get back to doing the things that he was doing prior to his accident, even if he has to do them in a new way.
And then since we've been here at Rankin Jordan, his therapy has taken off. It's like night and day.
I want to just be able to do things on my own, be independent again.
The therapists have done a remarkable job getting him moving and motivated.
1, 2, 3, push. Push, push, push. Good. That was good. That was really good. Take deep breath. Big deep breaths.
Between the therapists and the other medical team members and just the nurses and everybody, we were able to get Tracy out of bed and get him back to life and start doing these things that he, until he came here, wasn't sure that he would ever be able to do.
1, 2, 3, push the legs, push, 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 push.
Good.
It's just been amazing what he's been able to do, to getting up, moving, standing, walking. It's a blessing.
I think Tracy's story is remarkable. From the very beginning, he defied the odds. He survived when he really shouldn't have. At the scene of the accident, in the OR, and subsequent to that, he's a miracle many times over.
Definitely was a huge blessing that he found Rankin Jordan and that he's here now and getting ready to go home soon.
Rankin Jordan just didn't provide that hope for Tracy. Rankin Jordan provided that hope for the entire family.
If not for Rankin Jordan, Tracy may not have ever learned to walk again.
Rankin Jordan has really been pushing me and helping me get to where I want to be again. It's hard work though, because I haven't walked in about 5 months.
Tracy was broken when he came to Rankin Jordan. His back, his GI tract, his spirit. If he had gone home without coming to Rankin Jordan, there's no telling where he would have ended up, but it would not have been good. Imagine being the parent of a child who couldn't walk or stand or eat, and who was totally depressed, who had just lost his father. I don't think there's anybody who wouldn't be overwhelmed by that prospect. Rankin Jordan provided the bridge for Tracy and his family from being pieced back together to really healing and recovering in a way that he could function independently at home.
I'm just very grateful for the opportunity that we had to be able to come here. He definitely was not ready to go home, so this was just an absolute blessing for him to be able to come here to get better, and I just greatly appreciate that.
And that's what we did for this family, is keep the pieces from all falling apart again.
It's gonna take a lot of work to get back to where I want to be, but I'm very determined.